Hello everyone. Welcome to week two of League Zero Expert. I am your caster Copy Dog, and I'm joined with Pryon.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Pryon. I'm going to be the color caster tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the play-by-play. We have streamer Pendy, who's going to be streaming the game, and then Zachary is hosting the lobby. Today it's going to be Easy Clap versus Noot Noot. Now, I watched the Easy Clap versus Chengdu match last week, at least part of it, and honestly, for being a roster of a lot of um, past season intermediate players, they looked really good against a team that everyone predicted was going to be the top because Changji Chads, they have Zero, they had Bun, and Easy Clap almost beat him. So, I mean, there should be a really good game against Newt Newt, who also has some really talented players.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You might call me the Bren of League Zero. I didn't catch those games, but I'm really looking forward to some great expert gameplay tonight.
For sure, for sure. What's the first map going to be? Do we know that yet? It's on
Nope,
Ilios right
it's
now, but like
Ilios.
Ilios. Okay, so we are going to be going to Ilios now. Um, Sure, I don't really know what to think. I wish I should have caught the new game last week. But I know for Easy Clap they have Strider, who was season two champion for intermediate. They have a Deefy, who was the manager last season for intermediate. J Venom, a really talented coach. I haven't really seen him play, but I know he played season one, if I'm not mistaken, on Flock. I could be mistaken. I'm still somewhat new to the League Zero, especially when it comes to the expert area. But I know all these players are really talented. This should be an amazing game. Hopefully, we have a good one.
Yeah, and the meta in Overwatch ranked right now, at least, seems to be sort of in flux. I'm really interested to see what kind of changing compositions we get depending on the maps.
For sure, for sure. I think the standard right now, though, it's going to be the Sombra Reaper, the Diva Monkey, and the Lucia Moira. That's pretty standard right now. But I mean, I feel like in Overwatch right now, we are getting to a meta where on different maps you can run a bunch of different things and they can work really well. So I know Strider last week had an incredible game on Sombra. You know, everyone expected Strider to not be the best. I mean, he was an intermediate player last year. He might not be the same or high SR. You know, I think he's like mid masters. But I mean, he played really well last week. So I mean,
Yeah,
SR isn't everything, and it's also about your individual skill on each character. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, I'm somewhat of an easy clap fact. I mean, they have Shredder. I like Shredder. They have Infected, who is an incredible main tank. We were gonna draft him on Kingdom Come, but you know he got picked up for expert. I'm not surprised, and then he like climbed to GM that week. Uh, Newt Newt. They have Flawless, who is also a really good monkey. Maybe not the best Ryan that I know, but his monkey is really good. And then they have Eden, Geo, just some good Adbon, just a bunch of good veterans.
yeah,
So
for sure. And one thing to note in these like league formats that are outside of ranked, SR honestly isn't everything. There's a lot of players out there that once you put them in a pickup game or a league match, they just shoot above their own SR that they get in comp.
yeah, I do feel like talking about Shredder again. I feel like he is one of those players in my eyes. I mean, he looked really good last week. Like I don't want to like I can't like under exaggerate that. I think he played phenomenally last week. So hopefully he has another stellar game on the Sombra.
Yep, the Sombra players from these two teams are going to be a huge focal point. It's kind of a litmus test for how well these teams are doing. A lot of the times, if your Sombra's dying early, not building EMP very quickly, the rest of the team is going to suffer as a result. So the play of these Sombra players is going to be extremely important tonight.
Exactly. I feel like if Sombra gets the hack value, if they build their EMPs fast, that team is going to have the advantage over the other one. But I mean, I don't really did Newt win last week? I'm pretty sure they won last week, if I'm not mistaken. Uh,
Honestly, couldn't tell you. Maybe somebody from production can give us the stats.
I'm trying to find the standings. I think they are schedule standings. Yes, I think Newt won last week against it was Z9. Yeah, I mean Z9 isn't the greatest roster, but I mean it was a 3-0. probably somewhat of a dominant 3-0. Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to start. Don't know how soon it will be until we hop in. All right, Recto just posted the roster. So actually, Infected won't be playing. It will be Neglectin and Yellow God. Honestly, Yellow God also, he played really well last week, especially. And last week, Chengdu Chad's Ducky preferred to run the Zarya, and the Diva versus Zarya matchup. You know, if your Diva is not good or if they're out of position, that Zarya will just melt them. And Yellow God had a really good positioning and just Matrix usage overall. So Yellow God also a really good player. Recto, I saw him play in HL and he was good in HL, but I mean HL isn't the same level as expert, but he also had a really good game last week. And I think last week Adifi didn't play, so I'm a little worried about Adifi. I think if there is one question mark on this Easy Clap roster, because as you know, Adifi last season he was an intermediate. He was on the wait what he was the wait what manager, and that team kind of fell off. And you could put a good amount of that on Adifi's play. Honestly, I don't want to like diss him, but he didn't play well. I maybe he's improved since then because I was like what 3-4 months ago. So hopefully he's improved. I hope he has improved. I'm excited to watch, but I think if there is one big question mark on this roster, it's going to be if Adifi can get value from his beats, his boops, if he doesn't int in too much because he is somewhat known as a Reddit Lucio.
Yeah, for sure. And in such a high meta for Sombra, Lucio play is going to be that much more important whenever Sombra is always on the table. And we saw Neglect get subbed in for Infected. You gotta wonder what the rationale is. They're both 4.1, 4.2 monkey players, so maybe there's a specific strategy that Easy Clap is running with each one.
For sure. I think last week when I think Infected got subbed in on Rhine maps. So maybe Infected has somewhat of the better Rhine, but maybe Neglect is just the better monkey. Either way, I think both main tanks are really talented. We're gonna see what these rosters are gonna be. And interesting. I mean, we see the Roadhogs. I mean, they're at spawn, so you know, at least for the side of Yellow God, yeah, Yellow God switched to the Diva. But over on the side of Noot, could we see them run this?
I wouldn't be surprised at all to see some Hog and Ball torture come out on Ilya as well. Sometimes teams that don't have a great handle on Winston Diva dive, when you get a map like Nepal Sanctum or Ilya as well, you just go, let's play boops, and you know, pick up the Hog and Ball and see what happens.
Yeah, and they're also playing the Blue Angel comp as my old team called it. It's the double air, Pharah and Echo. So we're gonna see the side of Easy Clap take control of the mini health pack. They hacked up, and now it's just gonna be about who gets the first pick. The Pharah though has a huge advantage. Everyone is stuck inside of that room, and they just have free reign in there. Looks like we're going to be seeing Easy Clap rotate over to the side of Noot spawn. Maybe trying to pick someone out, but Noot also rotating extremely well. No engages yet. No one's jumped in.
Why the Pharah Echo came out here for Easy Clap, or for Noot. The Sombra Reaper is just going to have so much trouble reaching that.
Yeah, exactly. But look at Yellow God gets the first pick out of Adbon, but J Venom is down. That's a lot of heals over on the side of Easy Clap just gone. Eden with 2. Neglect gets the pick back onto Eden, but Term got a defy, and now it's just going to be cleanup. Yellow God gets hooked off the map. Good hook by Flawless, and yeah, that's just an easy cleanup.
Yeah, the ball for Eden just kind of got into the backline and picked up 2 kills. When you're playing this Winston Diva Sombra Reaper comp, you have to play really fast. You have to get a couple of picks, because once you burn your cooldowns, that's a long time where you're not going to be doing very much damage. And that's where you start to get caught out by the spam damage of these 2 flying targets from Noot.
Yeah, I mean, Term, like, since he has literally nothing to contest him but Yellow God, he's just going to have a bunch of free reign. He's going to be up to a barrage real soon. Flawless gets the hook onto Diva, and that's a huge anti over on the side of Daniel. They're going to be able to capitalize. J Venom goes down again. The first pick 2 times in a row by Term. Actually, the first time it was by Eden. But, oh, look at that Adbon. Tried to go for a little bit of a flank, and Yellow God catches him. And now, honestly, side of Easy Clap could engage, but they have to go fast. Strider somehow gets Daniel. Now both
Geo is going to be looking for the res.
Oh, Geo does get the res. That's huge. In Term, Nano Barrage doesn't really get anything, but it does get damage. And I think even with J Venom back, that's going to be Noot holding the point.
Yeah, and this is just another problem with Easy Clap's comp into what Noot is running. Like it's okay. Like first you have to play fast. You have to get the first couple of picks with your cooldowns. But then if you don't get the Mercy, then it's all over. She just reses and you're back to square one.
Yeah, and honestly, Flawless is hitting some really clean hooks right now. He's feeling it for sure. And now Recto going over to the McCree, but it's like, it seems just a little bit too late. Honestly, he almost had the reroll. You almost wish that he sort of stuck it. And that's another beautiful hook by Flawless. J-Venom down for the third time in a row. Adifi electing to just beat in.
EMP
But
hits 3.
Strider does get Term because he was hacked, whilst not really getting any value with his Roadhog ult. But now it's an
Echo
EMP from
comes in from
Adbon.
Abdon. And the res onto Term as well.
Yeah, Yellow God goes for a bomb, has the reback, doesn't really get anything. Eden hacked out of mines by Strider, so that could be huge, but Flawless just coming in with the Roadhog, just killing everyone. And even though Neglect is back with the Primal Rage, I do think that this first point is going to be going over to the side of Noot.
Honestly, flawless round there from Noot. It was pretty clear that Easy Clap was just stumped with the comp that they were running. Now, maybe that's just a symptom of playing on Ilios well, or maybe it's a symptom of what we're going to be seeing for the whole rest of this game. We'll have to see how Noot takes this onto Ruins. Are they going to swap, or are they going to stay on the flying comp?
I honestly think that they stick this. I mean, last round they went flawless the entire round. And I mean, if your Roadhog is getting constant picks at the beginning of every fight, I mean, just let him play the Roadhog. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have a Roadhog that's doing as good as Flawless is, then there's really no reason to switch off. And Eden's Ball has been really good at setting up these plays as well.
Yeah, and where you're going to run into trouble here if you're Noot is if Flawless and Eden start getting caught out in the neutral game by Strider, and then they get farmed for ult charge. But they really were able to avoid the Sombra on well. So we'll have to see how they do here on Ruins.
We see Term going over to the Widow and Adbon now on the Pharaoh, so just a little bit of a switch up. But I do think Widow, if there's any Widow point on Ilios, it's going to be this one. Looking to see if he gets any picks. He's looking for that Ana. He sees her, but he just gets sticky mined by Strider. Oh, Strider's switching off of the Sombra, going over to the Echo. He has a really good Echo, and he gets the pick on the Geode. Now Adbon is just alone. I don't even know if Adbon will be able to get back into the thing. Yeah, Adbon gets picked off. Even then, Nunu got control of the point, but I do think that, yeah, with that pick onto Daniel, it's going to be getting flipped over really soon.
Yeah, these kills are going to start snowballing in favor of Easy Clap here. And it's interesting for Noot. Term was their Pharah player there on well, but now they've swapped him over to the Widowmaker and given the Pharah to Adbon.
I think that's just a case of Adbon maybe not being the most comfortable on Widow. But honestly, Strider, this point, Strider's Echo has been lights out. He got the pick onto the Mercy to engage the fight, and now he's just cleaning up. Recto snipes out Term. Term now dead, and that's another one fight over onto the side of Easy Clap.
And Easy Clap have made great adaptations in their comp here for Ruins. They've kept the very nice tank line of Winston D.Va, but they've added some more fast-paced DPS that can, stay on pace with the tanks.
And Eden gets booped off by Yellow God. Eden tried to get back on with the pile drive, but was unsuccessful. Term now popping Inversight. I think that's a little early. Oh, he's going to go switch.
Inversight is very early, but it looks like he's probably going to be switching off the Widow. He goes on to the Tracer.
So now they're running this monkey ball dive. I mean, the thing with control points is it's kind of, sometimes you just don't want to switch because you don't want to lose those ults. But Eden now popping the mines.
Copy there. Ends up copying Ana. It looks like he was going for monkey.
Yeah, but even then he could pop a nano and save Neglect's life. And that's exactly what he does.
Yep. Great nano in from Strider.
Oh, J-Venom gets picked up by the mines, and those mines were honestly super far back. Maybe J-Venom just didn't know. And he does get rezzed up by a DP, so that's good. Ooh, beautiful primal by Neglect. Gets some boots. He does get hacked, though. J-Venom down again. I feel like J-Venom's been picked off at the beginning of basically every single one of these fights.
See you later. Hi.
Oh,
and looks like
Neglect disconnects. Even with this disconnect, I do feel like it's still going to go over to the side of Easy Clap. Yellow God remeching Recto and Strider are still alive. J Venom is still down, but I mean he's respawning really soon. Probably gonna switch something to either Moira or Lucia to get back to point faster.
Yeah, and only 3 people alive for Noot right now, and not all of them are exactly close to the point either. They have an EMP about to come up for Adbon, but really, how much is that gonna do? 3v4.
Mm-hmm. Uh, it's just interesting to see. I mean, good adaptation over from the side of Easy Clap. Switching over to the Echo Strider, even though he might have missed his copy, just overall he's been getting a lot of value with the stickies and the E ability. I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, the focusing beam there.
focusing beam, yeah. And Recto's also been winning the Widow duel against Term, and Term had to switch because of that.
Yep, it's worth noting that while Strider might have missed his copy and accidentally copied the Ana, J Venom got taken out like right after he copied the Ana, so his team is actually able to have that main healer for the whole 15 seconds, and he was able to save his main tank with that nano.
Exactly, yeah, that Nano was huge. Even though he Neglect didn't really get too much value with the Nano, it did save his life, which is valuable enough, you could say.
Yep,
Now,
especially with an Echo Nano.
especially with an Echo, yeah, no, exactly. Neglect is now back, and we should be readying up here real soon. But even I still think that this is going to go over to the side of Easy Clap, unless maybe Flawless has a great Primal Rage with an EMP, but I don't see that really happening right now.
10 seconds to get back to the point for Noot.
I mean, he's deciding to back out for a little bit. They're going to go for a late touch. Flawless is back. Adbon, he has his EMP now. He had to translocate, though, to stay alive. And Flawless now popping the Prime. Let's see if he can get anything. He's going for... Everyone, oh, Flawless gets a defy. And Flawless gets 2. Flawless gets both supports. And now he's on to the Widow. He gets 3. That saves him the point right there.
Flawless with an absolutely beautiful Winston play there, converting on the EMP. That's what you love to see from your main tank in these high pressure situations.
And honestly, that was their only win con. Like if Floss doesn't get the value there, they lose that fight. Adifi now going over to the Lucio, Recto to the Reaper, and Strider most likely to the Sombra. So now it's going to be meta versus some off meta comp.
Yeah,
I mean, but I do feel like, I mean, they have the ult advantage over the side of Noot.
While in theory, Easy Clap has the better comp now, the ult advantage is firmly in favor of Noot.
Exactly. Geode with the 6-man beat, he's beating early because he knows that Strider, he doesn't have that EMP, so you just beat to engage to keep your team alive. Who got nanoed there? Flawless gets nanoed, he gets Recto, but Neglect also gets the return onto Geode. Flawless gets 2. And now it's a 4v4, but, oh, J Venom down again by Adbon. And this is just some sort of an easy, this is a completely even fight, but I do think, I think Easy Clap with this. I'm not really too sure. Turn with,
I don't know. There's a lot of hard to hit targets on the point for Noot right now. Ball with full health. He's so close to mines. This is definitely stallable for Noot.
Yeah.
Adbon just got another EMP.
Adbon. Well, that was a really fast EMP. And Flawless also has the Primal. Daniel switching over to the Moira. He uses that nano and died, and then he's like, yeah, I'm going to go to Moira. I'll get more value.
All of a sudden, after that one Primal play from Flawless, Noot is staring down the barrel of a final fight with 3 ults.
Yeah, and oh, Strider, he gets picked off while hidden. Adbon goes for the EMP, and now it's just mines, and I think this is going to be it over from the side of Easy Clap. I don't think they win this. A hack onto Neglect while he's using his Primal takes him down. Yeah, and now it's just YOLO got J Venom and Recto on point. Recto! Wow, oh, Neglect left again. Oh, that's, that's...
disconnects again.
Oh, that is not what you like to see.
Disaster
and also
for Easy Clap here.
Disaster, yeah. But Recto, he just switched on to the Tracer. He's already at 75% to a pulse bomb. And they have this EMP, and they're using the Koa, and they're going to have beat over on the side of... Oh, we're just resuming it.
They're just going to resume with Neglected gone.
Maybe because they don't think they can win this fight? I'm not really too sure why you would do that, but... Oh, a beat from a Defi, and that's... Oh, also a beat returning from Geode, so this is some...
2 kills come out for Easy Clap.
Not really too sure. Flawless goes in, not really getting it. Now Yellow God has another Diva Bomb. J Venom gets Geode somewhere. I'm not really sure how that happened.
Another minefield.
Yeah, but Yellow God bombs it. All those mines are now gone, getting no value. Term gets the stick onto Yellow. And now some sort of an even fight. Adbon now on the Doom. He got one, but he gets sticked. But he takes out Recto before that happens. And now it's just YOLO got on point with Strider. And now it's only Strider alone, and he gets taken by Eden, and that's the first map going over to the side of Noot.
Map 1 ends up going to Noot. You had to know it was kind of over there when they decided to keep playing 5v6 without neglect. But honestly, throughout that map, I thought we saw a lot more meaningful adaptations from Noot in the face of the compositions that Easy Clap were trying to run.
Exactly. That was a close round. That's some sort of sign of life over from the side of Easy Clap, but it does look like Noot is on the driver's seat right now. Look at Flawless, 14 objective kills on the Hog, Eden on the ball doing work. This team has some really good individual players.
Yep, I honestly can't say enough about how well Flawless and Eden played there on the monkey ball, and also the Hog too. Like there was a Sombra on the side of Easy Clap for most of Ilios, but Eden almost never got picked off by the Sombra, which is what you'd expect to happen to a ball.
Yeah, I don't remember Eden getting hacked at all.
Yeah, maybe just from being EMP'd, but his movement around the map was just great. He was building minefields quickly, not feeding ult charge, just creating chaos for the side of Noot.
That's interesting. Noot is electing to stay on attack for our next map, and I believe our next map is going to be hybrid. So I think that's between Kings Row, Eichenwald, and Hollywood. So I assume it's going to be Kings Row, Scrims Row, everyone's favorite map ever. But maybe Easy Clap throw a surprise with Eichenwald or Hollywood.
Yep, and looks like they are going to pick Kings Row, as
Wow.
we all should have guessed.
Have the Pikachu face pretends to be shocked.
There aren't very many bad hybrid maps. It's just Kings Row just seems to be that much further above the other ones.
I personally don't really like playing on Kings Row, but I guess just because I've played it so many times. But
yeah, Kings Row is a good map. I think just a lot of people have nostalgia for it in their minds as it was one of the first ones released in Overwatch.
It was in the opening trailer. Yeah. I remember I for some reason the opening trailer of Overwatch popped up into my YouTube feed, and I was like, oh, I'll watch it, and it was Kings Row, and it was like Temple as well. But
yeah,
I mean, no one likes Temple. Yeah, Temple News. No one likes Temple.
I don't know. In my mind, obviously everybody hates 2CP, but Anubis to me is one of the lesser evils of 2CP, if that makes sense.
That is true. I could agree with that. When I think of 2CP maps, I do have to think Temple's my favorite, but no one likes it.
Very true.
And looks like both, at least Noot is ours. So now we're just waiting for Easy Clap to be ready, and then we should be hopping into the second map. And I'm interested to see if Infected is going to be playing the Reinhardt, because I did say earlier that Infected might be more of the Rein player for this team. So maybe they're going to elect to go to a brawl.
And I mean, we honestly don't know whether Infected was subbed in because Neglected was lagging out, or if he was being subbed in to play the Rein.
It might be a bit of both. I would assume. I mean, if you're having a player that DCs twice in one match, even if he's like 10 times better than maybe the other person, you want the other person in so you don't, lose ult charge or stuff like that.
For sure.
Sometimes internet just be like that. Ready for battle. Ooh, I like this comp over on the side of Noot. I hope they stick it. The Hog Sigma. Okay, it doesn't look like they're gonna switch it, but Hog Sigma is actually somewhat of a viable comp.
Yeah, Hog Sigma is a very fun comp to play. You see it a lot these days on maps like Junkertown.
Yeah, Junkertown. I don't want to leak what my team plays it on, what maps my team plays it on, but I do. It's probably one of my favorite comps to play right now.
Uh-oh.
But
are we gonna be seeing old school double shield from Noot here?
Honestly, double shield isn't too bad with the Orisa buff for her HP. It's not the worst comp, to be honest. In fact, it is on that Ryan, like we said. And it looks like Easy Clap is going to be going for some sort of a standard brawl in this stage and age. At least most of the brawls I've seen have been the McCree Reaper.
Yeah, looks like we have another pause here. Nobody disconnected. Oh, and Flawless is gone.
Flawless.
Why did I say that?
I guess main tanks just have just be like disconnecting from their matches. It's interesting.
Finally, I guess the pain of playing main tank has caught up with them.
I mean, main tank now is not as bad as it was. You guys get to play monkey in Rhine.
Yeah, monkey meta is pretty nice as a main tank myself. I took a pretty long time off during the Hog Zarya meta, just content to sit at my current elo.
Yeah. I like the Hog Zarya meta, but that's just because I'm an off tank player. So I guess it's fair for a main tank to not like the meta.
Yeah,
I honestly
I
wish
mean,
that we could have seen some of the meta. That meta was really chaotic. I thought it
for
was fun to
sure.
watch in
I think
playoffs of Overwatch League.
there could be some teams that maybe run the Hog Zarya sometime in this league. I don't know. I think there's some isolated situations where you might be able to get away with still running the Hog Zarya, but it's definitely not the dominant comp anymore.
Yeah, for sure. But even then, it's interesting to see now that I mean they see the Reinhardt over on the side of Easy Clap. It might be good that Flawless disconnected. Maybe he switches to Ryan as well. I mean, he was running out on the horse. I mean, I'm sure he would love to play Orisa so much, but maybe it might be better to match the Rain. I don't know.
Yeah, us main tanks, we love Orisa. She is our favorite hero to play by far. So, but all things serious, if Flawless swaps off of Orisa and mirrors the Rhine, that's gonna force Noot to change their entire comp. Looks like they've really invested
That is
into the
true.
double shield farm mercy here with the Bat Mercy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Maybe it's something you'd like to see, but maybe if the double shield doesn't work, they go to a brawl, or maybe they just lock the hog again. I mean, it worked somewhat.
Yep. As the teams kind of flounder around in all chat here, trying to figure out where Flawless went.
Flawless just disappeared.
Weird.
Is he in the voice chat? Let me see. Uh, we're in lobby 2, right? He is. Is he in the voice call? No, I don't think he is in the voice call.
So Geode, who's on Flawless's team, claimed that Flawless's dad powered off his PC.
Oh,
If that is true, Noot is going to be in a tough spot.
I mean, I don't. I mean, it's only 3 seconds, right? So I don't know. I don't know the rules exactly on this. If they do get a match restart, I don't think so.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking here as somebody who grew up with parents who, didn't really like video games that much. If that's true, Flawless might not be getting back into this game.
And that could be huge over. It could be huge for Easy Clap. I don't know if Newt have an extra player. I think the person in the lobby is their coach. I'm pretty sure. Worthy? Oh no, Worthy's on Easy Clap. So yeah, I don't think Newt has anyone.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting situation. It's what you always love to see as a caster is 5+ minute pauses in every game you cast.
Yeah, this is the most pauses I think I've had when I'm casting a match at least.
Yeah, I had some pretty pause riddled matches casting Tournament of Kings Bro, but this tops it all.
For sure, we've had this as the third one, and it's because of a main tank disconnect. You just love to see it. But I mean, I don't really know what to comment on because I'd like to see more of the match. It's kind of hard to talk about the match when you disconnect at the very start. Wait, I think is Flawless back? Oh, Neglect joined the game. Oh,
Neglect
Neglect now
returned.
switching over to Newt. Let's go.
Hold on, is
No, they're
Neglect
gonna move him to.
actually okay?
Oh, yeah, no, they were gonna move the spectate. Yeah, he just
Okay,
joined the
yeah.
match because that's what it said, and he all of a sudden is now on Newt. And then he's like,
That
"Nah,
would
I want to
be
be on Easy Clap."
quite insane if Neglect joined the game only to play for the other team. I guess one thing we can comment on here is Easy Clap's use of McCree. They couldn't have known that Newt was gonna run out on the pharmacy, but they picked the McCree anyway, who you usually wouldn't in this meta.
I mean, the thing I can comment on when I played last week, when we went against Powerhouse. I mean, this is the advanced, but the Powerhouse ran out with the Reaper McCree brawl, and it worked really well. And when we tried it out as well, it worked really well. So I'm not surprised to see the McCree. Actually, the McCree, puts pressure maybe on flankers. It could put pressure on the Sombra if they're back there on a Tracer. on error units. I think if you are playing Brawl, the McCree actually isn't that bad of a choice. It just
Definitely, and that
depends what kind
ended
of
up
Brawl you
being
want.
a great blind pick as Noot ran out on the Pharah Tracer, which McCree kind of can deal with both of them.
Hmm.
So Flawless has still not returned. Noot is running out of pause time.
Looks like Easy Clap are going to use their pause time as well for Wallace. That's some good sportsmanship. That's what you love to see.
Yeah, that is good sportsmanship from Easy Clap.
Match will be restarting at this point. Oh wait, guys, please, I want to watch Un Polo con mucho. I don't know what
Pollo
that's.
con muchos huevos means
Okay.
a
He
chicken with
did.
lots of eggs in Spanish. Not really sure what movie that is, but I do
Yeah.
speak Spanish.
That's interesting. I tried learning Spanish in high school, but I mean, my teacher, I was kind of a disappointment to my teacher, I guess. I could never really understand it.
I was like forced to learn Spanish from 6th grade to 8th grade in middle school, and then I was forced to take it again in high school. And by
Ah.
that point, I was like, I might as well just keep learning it. I've been forced to do it so much. So I went on to do it in college too, because why not? I already sort of know it.
Hey, free credits, am I right? Looks like Flawless is going to be joining back now. I mean, shout out to Easy Clap for using their time pause that extra minute and to help Flawless get back into the match. And we are going to
Yep.
be starting up.
Amazing. We're actually starting to see Overwatch on King's Row once again. Flawless is going to roll back out on the Orisa. So it is going to be double shield for Noot.
It's going to be interesting to see if Recto can put pressure onto Term. This first point, at least for Far, is actually not too bad. She can hang around this motel place. But it looks like Easy Clap just going to be going straight in, gets the charge onto Edom. Infected kind of just going in. Recto gets picked up because Eden didn't really have his shield up. And now Adbon in the backline there. Oh, the res is huge. And now all of a sudden, what looks like a one fight for Easy Clap is going to be turning over to the side of Noot. And Easy Clap, they have to back out.
You saw Easy Clap there execute their win condition against the double shield. They ran in, instantly killed the Sigma, and then backed up. But he got res, and then they just couldn't stand up against the damage.
Yeah, and looks like they're going to be going for the Rika test. Recto gets Adbon with the headshot, probably a flash headshot. I didn't really see it from his POV. And Infected just swinging, getting all the kills, and that's a beautiful Rika test over on the side of Easy Clap.
Yeah, what a crazy fight, honestly. And the reason they were able to recontest it there is because Infected never died. He was just walking the tightrope, decontesting, recontesting, and he was able to make it back to the point when Easy Clap got all the resources back.
Yeah, now Adbon going over from the Tracer to the Mei, and that switch paid off. Oh, what a beautiful wall that stopped him for a little bit. Infected has to charge in, and he dies. And now it's just going to be cleanup. That was a beautiful wall from Adbon. What a great switch. I was going to question the switch. I'm like, the Tracer does more damage, but then boom, Adbon snipes a Deefy with the Icicle, and then beautiful wall.
Honestly, Easy Clap here, they need to switch their comp. They had a chance when it was Tracer Pharah, but now that the Mei is there to just completely deny them the ability to walk forward, like this one cooldown from Adbon is going to just completely counter the win condition of Easy Clap, which is to run towards the double shield.
Yeah, well, hopefully, maybe this Torbjorn switch over from the side of Strider is the answer. Not really a traditional pick that you see in Overwatch, but the turret, if the turret it doesn't get destroyed, it can get really great value. Now, rotation from Easy Clap taking this high ground, and now they're just going to be holding in. Sigma Flux coming from Recto, but because Recto was lifted in the air, he gets to pick on the Geode. But even then, Turb with the long-range barrage takes out the main tank over on the side of Easy Clap. And now it's just a bunch of ults being committed. Oh my god, that bomb doesn't get any value. Oh, YOLO God with the eco to Adbon's
YOLO God.
failed. Oh, that's beautiful. Even then, I still think the fight is lost, but... Oh my gosh, look at the ults committed from every single team. Noot committed all 7 ults, and over on the side of Easy Clap, he only committed 4. And Infected is going to have the shatter, but oh, Recto gets staggered super hard. I think YOLO God's going to get staggered here as well. And just like that, when you could have had a recontest, with the shatter, now all of a sudden you have to give up second point, and that's going to be a 5-minute timing.
Is just gone for Easy Clap. Noot just taking too many different angles, dealing too much spam damage. There's just no way for Easy Clap to avoid this spam damage and get onto Noot. And that's your win condition against the double shield. So I honestly think Easy Clap needs to change their comp, but they're sticking on it still.
Yeah, this is probably one of the harder points for Easy Clap here. I mean, they're just taking so much damage from Eden, from Term. Oh, and the Maywall from Adbon blocks the shatter. Your win con. An icicle to the head. Adbon takes 2.
The Maywall just adds to the list of things that messes with Easy Clap's comp.
Oh, Recto rolled in trying to get the pick on the Daniel, but he had a beautiful immort timing, perfectly timed, so he stays alive.
We could honestly be seeing a record-breaking time here from Noot.
Oh, what a beautiful stack. Bongo window over on the side. Daniel just lasering people right now. He gets 2. Gets the mech as well. Recto tries to get a high Noot onto the Geode, but it fails, and I mean, now it's just all about staggers over the side of Easy Clap.
Yep, and with a May on the point, this ball is not going to last very long from him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's lasting longer than I thought he would.
A few people have made it back to the point for Easy Clap.
Yeah, it's 4 people now, 3 on Easy Clap. Adifi going back in.
Yolo God throws up the bomb.
Oh! That wall could have screwed him over, but even then, Yolo God in the baby form takes out Flawless, and now it's just a huge stagger fight.
This is just a full fight again because Noot was not able to get the kills quickly enough.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a blizzard from Adbon paired with the barrage, and I think that's gonna be cleanup, and I do think that's it. Now it's just infected once again, doing the big brain ball shot of grapple and WS or AD, but you know, even then, that's like a minute and a half stagger over on the side of Easy Clap.
Yeah, and honestly, Easy Clap, they did manage to stabilize there, but while they did get their positioning and numbers back on the cart, they weren't actually able to get any kills onto Noot. So ults came up for Noot, they all pressed Q, and they were able to get a massive time bank there. I think they really just out-comped Easy Clap. The Rhine Diva just has no answer to a well-oiled double shield.
For sure, and also that Blizzard barrage combo at the end to clean it all up. Really good ult usage. Unfortunately, Adbon did the smart thing after he before chucked in his mail and got eaten by Yolo God. He now focused Yolo God, froze him, and then threw in the Blizzard, just to make sure.
Yeah, and there's so many different threats coming from Noot's comp in that round. Like, the people on the ground are like, we gotta break the double shields, but then also there's the Pharmacy in the sky raining down damage. So what do you focus?
Now, here is a comp that I love to see. Monkey Reinhardt. I do, I mean, I think last season, Easy Clap last season, I think, or it was a different team, they ran the Monkey Winston, and it had good amount of success. I forgot what team it was last season that ran it, but I mean, Flawless on the Monkey, I've never seen Eden on Rang before, so this should be really interesting.
Yeah, this comp has Nanoblade going for it, but other than that, I'm not really sure. But we're going to be seeing almost full dive coming out from Easy Clap with a Widow.
A Widow and a Pharah.
Yeah, and Noot is going to have trouble dealing with this Pharah when they have Torb Genji.
Ooh, Flawless gets picked off, but that's a big ante over on the side of Daniel. That's just like, he's just had so much value on the auto when he is on it. And that's going to be a one fight, but I mean, Easy Clap did get picks. Oh, Eden! Eden just charging into their spawn.
And Eden has started off this round with 2 extremely large charges, or long charges. Not really what you want to see from a Rhine player, but both of them have resulted in kills.
And now Flawless on the Diva. So now the main tank and the off tank has switched roles over on the side of Noot, but honestly, I don't think they really care. Flawless gets to pick on a DP. And Eden with another charge.
Another charge kill from Eden. That makes 3 charges and 3 charge kills.
That's 100% value, so I mean, just hit the shift button, you'll get a kill. That's what you're thinking, at least when you're Eden. Daniel also had a really good ante that fight. Daniel has been the low-key hero for Noot Noot. And now Eden has the shatter. Let's see if he can make it valuable. Throws the fire strike, doesn't really get anything. He's nanoed, he's swinging. Is he gonna hit the Q button? He's not, he's just swinging on Infected, who can't put his shield down or else he'll get shattered.
Yeah, and Infected is definitely in a place to get rezzed here, I think, but another charge for Eden results in another kill.
Yep. And now, oh no, don't do YOLO God like that. Oh, they stagger him. They could have staggered him more, but oh, you just hate to see it.
2 minutes now wasted for Easy Clap.
But they did pick off Adbon. Recto has been getting the better of the Widow duel in both of these maps so far, and that could be an opening.
Term is now on the Doomfist. Not really going to do much to the Pharah from Easy Clap.
Oh, that bomb could be huge from Flawless. Oh, but Strider gets 2 with this barrage before getting stunned out, and Eden got a charge kill on the Pharah? What? Oh, he got swept into the charge. Oh, wow.
This fight has honestly just broken apart. We've got 3 people on the point for each team.
And now it's Yellow God
The
left
DPS and the
alone.
Lucio for Noot Noot.
And Yellow God not meching, and they gotta pick the J Venom snipes Term out, and honestly, I think Easy Clap win this. Yeah, Easy Clap definitely win this fight. Or do they? I mean, Eden coming in, Eden gets slept, but Geode in the backline gets Recto.
Flawless gets nanoed.
I mean, yeah, even with the nano on Flawless, both supports over on the side of Noot Noot are dead, but, you know, as I say that, Noot Noot continue to get picks. And when I think the fight is going one way, all of a sudden, it is not. Yellow God kills the baby, and the baby diva. And, oh, that snipe onto Daniel now, again, with no flex support on the side of Noot Noot. You do think that this is lost? This has to be lost.
Okay, yes, surely now.
Yeah, surely.
Now,
I mean,
Easy Clap has to cap this fight.
I want to say surely now. Okay, now surely for sure, Easy Clap take this. Okay, thank you. I don't want to say that, and then all of a sudden...
So we started off the game on Torb Genji, then we moved over to Widow Pharah mirror, and now we're on Widow Doom mirror. Oh wait, hold that thought. Strider has just switched to Sombra.
Yeah. Hoping maybe to get some valuable hacks on this on Eden. Oh, he goes for it. Doesn't really get it. Good sleep attempt from Daniel to try to get off the pick the Sombra, but ooh, Infected gets nanoed and he is going in, but he gets solo shattered by Eden. And now Eden just charges him. Infected is one shot. He has to jump out. Even then, Recto D-Max Flawless. Ooh, and Recto with 2. Let's see if he can get any more. He's been feeling it on the Widow.
Strider.
Oh, wait, how does Flawless mech there?
Nothing is really making sense in this game.
Yeah, now Flawless chasing J Venom into their spawn, but oh, J Venom got some support and they get a hack on the Geode. They might be able to capitalize on that. They don't capitalize on the hack, but Adbon now takes out Recto. Seems like he's finally now getting the better of the Widow duel. This Widow duel has been really even, in my opinion. Maybe Recto with a little bit on top, but
yeah, in the beginning it was sort of decided by the tanks, but now these Widowmaker players are kind of coming alive and deciding the fights for themselves.
You know, even though that one fight was pretty long, Strider did build the EMP. That's a nice beat to engage over onto the side of...
Great counter beat from Geode, but the EMP comes out from Strider.
But the EMP didn't really catch any. It caught 2 people. And Flawless is going to be able to live, and now all of a sudden, Newton has the better...
To the Earth Shatter.
Ooh. The bomb gets Yellow God, and I think Easy Clap have to back out here. I don't think they win this fight.
This could be a one fight for Noot Noot now that they've gotten those picks.
Oh, that jump shot from Adbon.
Really asserting his dominance there over Rectophobia and the Widow duel.
Yeah. At the beginning, I thought Recto had the better, but now Adbon finally woke up.
And you gotta wonder, what is Easy Clap's game plan here? They're running dive on King's Row with almost no front-loaded damage from Widow Sombra.
Ooh, a nice anti onto Yellow God. He kind of just chucked that. Infected gets nanoed again. Let's see if he can get any value this time. But
Another
once
solo
again,
shatter.
solo shatter. Oh, he gets booped from his charge. Now finally Eden doesn't have that 100% charge rate. But even then, just all the cleanup happening. And I don't think that Yellow God touches. Yeah.
And
Char
Easy Clap just doesn't touch. Map 2 goes to Noot.
Once again, wow.
And I actually was tracking it that match. That charge where Eden got booped was the only charge that he missed all game.
I thought so as well. I wasn't too sure. I just wanted to say that, but yeah, Eden kind of popping off. Was popping on the ball. He has the sick play of the game.
Yeah, I really think these tanks are carrying Noot to victory. Like, I have not seen many mistakes from them. The value they are getting out of every cooldown they use is just so high.
Did Eden even die on his attack? He had a 24 kill streak,
Don't
and that was
believe
just on their
he did
attack.
on the Sigma.
He might have just
Oh
not
no, he
died.
did. He did. He got charged on in the first fight and then got rezzed.
Oh, okay. And then
That was
okay.
his only death in map 1.
Yeah, wow. That's actually crazy. And also shout out to the supports Daniel and Geode. Yeah, putting in the work. Daniel had some really good Immor usage on that on their attack and on their defense, really good antis. I think Nunu is just overall showing that they are the better team.
Yeah, and we're really gonna have to see something change here for Easy Clap. It doesn't necessarily look like them being the worst team is the only factor here. It honestly seems to me that they've been running inferior compositions this whole match, like playing Winston Diva on King's Row into a Reinhardt. I know Reinhardt's not necessarily meta right now, but King's Row is his domain.
And it's just interesting to see for sure. No, I wonder what map it's gonna be. Escort, if I'm not mistaken, this week, because the map order switches every week. Last week, Assault was the first map, and I think this week Assault is the fourth map, but it could be the third. I'm not too sure. Oh no, it is Escort. He did say Escort.
Okay,
It is
so
Escort.
Escort tonight.
Hybrid Escort Assault. I wish that was just what it was for the whole season. I don't think like if it's a 3-0, I don't want to be playing Assault. That's just me though. But you know, it is cool to switch every week.
Yeah,
It
well,
is a
we
little
all
confusing.
hate Assault. How well you do on 2CP is a relevant skill set for any competitive team.
That is
So
true.
it wouldn't make much sense to never test them on that.
I guess yeah. It does switch every week. So, but this has got to be my favorite week, as I don't have to play 2CP unless my team doesn't 3-0, or we don't get 3-0'd. Who knows?
Yeah, so it looks like we're just waiting for the map pick here from Easy Clap.
Yeah, I wonder what map. I believe it's Gibraltar, Dorado, and Rialto. So, I
Very
think
different maps for different
yeah.
compositions.
I'm not sure. Okay, Neglect going back in for Infected. Infected didn't play too bad, but I mean, I do think that Newt had the better tank line that game. It was sort of
Yeah, I
instinctive.
mean, playing Ryan against Double Shield May got to scar anybody.
Yeah, and then
But
playing Monkey
Infected
into
really wasn't
Orion.
having a great time on the defense.
Yeah.
And you gotta wonder whether or not he actually wanted to switch into the Rhine mirror against Eden there on the attack, but maybe his team was telling him to stay on the monkey. I really feel like that was the inferior composition from Easy Clap. Easy Clap still seems to be deciding what map they want to pick.
Yeah, I do wonder which one they are gonna pick. I think they're gonna go Gibraltar. That's my prediction.
Yeah, Gibraltar would probably be a safe pick given what they just played up against on King's Row. They don't want to see Noot bring out the double shield again, and Gibraltar is a very safe map. You don't want to see double shield.
Yep.
Yep, and
Yeah, it is Jim.
Gibraltar is going to be the pick from Rectophobia.
And Newt electing again to stay onto the attack. Maybe they just want more playtime. Maybe that's how they see it. I'm not too sure. Maybe they just want to set the tempo.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's very valid strategies for attack and defense. It really looks like Noot wants to demoralize Easy Clap, set the tempo of the game, get a big time bank, and then win from there.
Oh, and looks like they're going to be switching Worthy in for a Deefy. Or maybe there.
Yeah, a support switch coming in for Easy Clap. So we'll have to see what they're gonna have Worthy playing here as they sub Adifi out.
Are they on the roster? That is the question. Yes. I am Zane. Don't really know who that is.
So were they able to get that sub? Is it legal?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, Infected is in right now. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Worthy swaps in for a Defi, and it looks like we're gonna be ready to get into Gibraltar here, map 3. And is this match point copy?
Yes, this is match point. For League Zero, it is first to 3 maps. So unless they somehow tie this map, it will either be the final map of the series or the start of what we call the reverse sweep.
Yep, and I've seen some cursed escort ties in my day, so don't
Have
count
you
that
actually?
possibility out. Sometimes you have to bet on the coin flip landing on its side.
I think the closest I've gotten to a tie on Esport, it was 3-3 on Havana, and the other enemy team attacked, and we full held them in spawn, so they didn't get a single meter. And then we almost got full held in spawn. So I think that would have been a tie, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've had one on Dorado, I've had one on Rialto. Almost got one on Gibraltar too, but I think Dorado is one of the ones where you see it the most because the cart like fully stops going from B to C.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I see. Okay, Dorado. Okay, I could see that. That's never happened to me though. Maybe one day. That's actually kind of cool. I'd love to see that, like a match like that, be streamed a tie on an escort. That'd be crazy. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe it starts here.
Noot still not opting into the dive. They're now playing Orisa Hog, actually eating onto the Zarya.
Ooh,
I am a prophet. I knew somebody was gonna pull out the Hog Zarya.
You said at the beginning of the stream someone, or at the beginning of King Zero, someone might whip it out. Not the greatest bubble on the flaws, but you know, it is what it is. Neglect got slept and almost hooked, but you know, Flawless didn't hit that one.
Maybe a miscommunication there between Flawless and Daniel.
Yeah, and Adbon, how did Adbon get picked there? Where was he? They got picked off by the monkey. Ooh, now there's a little bit of a flank from Neglect. He jumps out last second, but he still got hit by that sleep.
Yep.
That's
Flawless is on a very long flank right now. He's gonna find Strider at the mini.
Oh, wow, look at Flawless. He's down here flanking, doing his thing. You love to see it.
And who's gonna contest him? There's nobody that can just walk into a hog on the side of Easy Clap.
Yeah, but ooh, Recto
No
gets
one
the
can
pick
hide.
onto Adbon, the snipe, and now he props the Infrasight. Maybe he'll get some more. Misses the shot there, hits Flawless in the body. Oh, that's a nice hook by Flawless. But I don't think it'd be capitalized on. No,
Good
Flawless
DM
actually
there
gets
from
picked for
YOLO
that.
God, able to save his Echo.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but I mean, the thing against Echo, if you are, you know, playing the Hog, is that when you get below that 300 HP, Echo can just melt the Hog really fast. And you can get below 300 HP just with mines, and since Hog is such a big target, I think Echo is a really good counter against it.
Easy Clap is just going to clean up these staggered targets from Noot as they look to take some more space on this high ground. Flawless just kind of takes space by existing in the range of his hook around him.
Oh, look at Flawless down there. Oh, he might get the pick on the Worthy. No, Worthy sees him. They know he's there.
And
he
now
has
it
to
doesn't even
back
matter
out.
that Flawless is there because there's a nanoed monkey in the backline of Noot.
Yeah, and honestly, I think on Gibraltar, I don't really know how well this comp works. I think Gibraltar is really good for dive. versus like this weird brawl. I don't really know what to call it. Just weird combo. Strider pops the whole hog is Echo ult and
Comes out for Strider. Goes back into Echo form, and Easy Clap is just going to be setting up on the high ground again with their dive comp.
oh look at
Lots of ults
Adbon.
online for Noot though.
Yeah, Adbon switches from the Widow, not winning the Widow duel. I guess he goes onto the legs, and now look at the ults on this side of Noot. They have to win this fight, right? They use the Nano, flawless as Nano, misses the hook onto the Ana, and then Ana misses the anti as well. And now flawless pops his ult when he's nanoed and whole hog. That's really good.
And Noot just pressed Q and walked forward menacingly there onto the point. Nobody could even get near the point there for Easy Clap because they had a Nano Hog, then a Hog ult, and just so many different threats on the cart there. Like I said before, there's nobody on the side of Easy Clap that can just straight up walk into the Hog and take the 1v1.
Yeah, and look at Term now switching to the Widow from the Ashe. So we saw Adbon on the Widow, didn't really have the best time against Recto. Maybe Term will.
Is taking a nap in the Mega. He's gonna get bubbled.
Does he die? Oh, he dies. But they pop the grab, but it just gets
They commit
beated.
the grab and it gets nothing.
And they also committed the Nano over on J-Venom. They Nano neglect. Oh, and okay, now if you're Noot, you gotta be a little bit scared. Sure, you have 3 minutes, but Gibraltar second is one of the hardest points to push.
Gibraltar B, and not only is it just Gibraltar B, it's Gibraltar B against Dive with double snipers. I have no idea how they're gonna approach this with Hog Zarya.
Yeah, I think they just need to stack ults, Recto, snipes, Geode, and all of a sudden they have to reset again. That's a good 10, 20 seconds off the clock.
Yep, and you gotta rely on your Widowmaker term to get a pick here, but there's nothing to contest Rectophobia, and there's a lot of things that can dive term.
Yeah, I think if you're flawless, you gotta switch over to Winston now. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. Because at least if you Winston and you have a Zarya to bubble the Winston in, you can pressure people off of those high grounds. Adbon, I don't really know how. Oh, Recto picks off term.
Yeah, and Eden is gonna be close to Grav here. I would almost just switch off if I were Eden, because who are you gonna shoot? Zarya is so short ranged. Everybody for the side of Easy Clap is standing so far back.
No one can hide.
Maybe pressure everyone on the point. Recto with the sights. And
Pressure now for Noot.
oh, there's a lot of ults. Yellow God pops the bomb, doesn't really get it, but at Nano Visor, and he's flanking.
Nano Visor for Adbon, and Noot is just taking a massive amount of point pressure here.
Yeah, now it's Recto alone on point. Neglect jumps in, gets the Nano from J-Venom. Don't know how much value you can get. They're out healing this. Ooh, a sleep.
Big sleep from
Option.
Daniel onto the Primal Monkey.
Yo, and that saved Daniel's life. Daniel was one shot. And that should be point.
Noot is going to capture point B against all odds. They were able to make it to the point without getting picked by Recto, and then they just ran forward with the Nano Visor, forcing the side of Easy Clap to engage on their terms.
Yeah, that flank visor really helped take that point, and that sleep onto the Ana. I mean, if Neglect didn't get sleep there, he would have picked the Ana, and maybe he could have done a little bit more. Not really sure. I do think that they lose that point regardless.
Yep, and
But
now
still,
things are looking great for Noot. They're walking into point C with Grav and another attack visor.
yeah, I'd love to see Adbon take the high ground here personally. Recto snipes Daniel. Recto with another very important pick to hold them off. I feel like when you need a pick, Recto always delivers. That's what it feels like, at least on this map.
Recto has been getting the better of Term in these Widow duels, or actually Term now onto the Tracer.
Term
Back
switched,
when he was
yeah.
on Widow.
He made Adbon switch, and now he made Kirk switch. Oh, he wasn't even aiming for Daniel.
Interesting. You gotta love that. Widow balanced, right? Attack visor coming up from Adbon though.
Don't know how much. Oh, it gets Recto. So hey, that's the Widow out, and that's also the Tracer off.
2 visor kills for Adbon, and interesting grab.
Interesting grab. I mean, it holds the Diva in spawn. So I think that's good, right?
I believe Worthy was in that grab too, and he died with beat.
Oh, was he in that grab? Oh, I didn't even know that. That is just stuff you hate to see. And Worthy now beating to keep Recto alive for a little bit longer, but he gets taken down. And now Neglect with the big brain ball shot. Oh, I feel like he could have booped that Zarya off. That Zarya was so close to dying if they just got booped a little bit more. But I think Adbon on the legs here.
Stall Heroes
So
coming
much.
back for Easy Clap, but they're not going to be able to get the job done. Once again, Noot sets a great time.
Not as great as their King's Row time, but still a really solid time. But
Yeah.
I mean, on this attack,
Considering the situation they were in on Gibraltar B, I think any time is a good time.
that is true. Now it's going to be interesting to see if Recto picks the Widow again because, I mean, at least on attack, I feel like the Widow can do more, especially with the opening picks. It's kind of what you need in order to engage on these fights. So I do think like Recto is going to be on the Widow. He has been playing really well.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what Noot rolls out on the defense now that they don't have to go anywhere per se.
Yeah, term locking the Widow, knowing how it is important to pressure Recto or not getting value, but Eden on the ball, it looks really good map one. And they're going to be going for this monkey ball dive, which honestly I think could work, especially since oh wait, okay, now they're going Zarya Hog, but now Flawless is on the Zarya.
Very interesting. Eden had a good performance on the Zarya, and Flawless had a good performance on the Monkey, so I'm not quite sure why they decided to switch.
I mean, why not? If you're new, why not? Maybe try some new things. Who knows?
And
The
then they're
Admiral
gonna
on the
have
legs has
the
been impressive.
Legs and the Widow. I guess, yeah, Adbon has been very impressive on the legs. There wasn't really an answer for him from the side of Easy Clap, so they're going to be looking to continue that.
Ooh, and Flawless of all people picks off Recto with the right click.
And that was a right click just from downtown.
Ooh, Flawless gets booped. That could have been huge if J-Venom wasn't looking at Flawless when he fell, so guess it doesn't get
nobody is contesting Daniel on the high ground, so Flawless is just going to get healed back up instantly.
Yeah. It's because Recto was dead at that point, so, you know, once the Widow is dead, you can, yeah, abuse angles more and not really any threat to take you down. Strider now locking the legs, so it is going to be a mirror besides the Diva Zarya defense.
Yep, and if you're letting the other team goad you into mirroring the legs, I think something might be wrong for the side of Easy Clap.
Yeah. I feel like the legs is maybe a little bit of a mean pick in my opinion. But Neglect now jumping in very deep. He is going to get picked off because of that.
But Neglect is just, yeah, he's just going to go down. He was not in a good spot there.
I don't know why you jump in there. Oh, and Eden gets slept, so I think this is going to be a free pick onto the Monkey unless Eden gets the Mega, and he is going to oh.
And Recto on this Widow is actually on Noot's side. He managed to get 2 kills, but the ults come out for Noot, and they're able to clean the fight up.
Yeah, Adbon kind of just jumped into the back line, and he was like, "No, fam," and he got 3.
Once again, picks go onto the side of Easy Clap, but Adbon just activates the tactical visor, and nobody is able to answer him.
And now we're gonna be seeing Easy Clap elect to go meta. Oh, and
Yeah,
Adbon
and
even says meta question mark? Cringe.
This is
Oh,
not
Term! Oh my god, Term!
Term
those
comes
are
up with 2 amazing headshots on the Widow, and this is really bad for Easy Clap. They're forcing themselves onto the meta composition now because nothing else worked. Reaper, Sombra, two very slow charging ultimates, and they only have 2 minutes to build them.
Yeah. And oh, they launched the graph somewhere. I don't know where that graph went. Okay, it was just in their team.
It's the Diva, but that's it. The counter bomb is going to come out.
Oh, Flawless didn't have his bubble to protect himself, and oh.
And we're going to get a pause. Neglect is gone again for the 3rd time this game. His internet has gone out.
Oh, you just hate to see it. And honestly, because of that pick, I feel like Noot could get a good recontest in. I mean, they have the Nano, they have
not even out of the car wash yet. Noot has an amazing chance to recontest this with maybe a Nano Monkey. They're even gonna have the beat.
Yeah, you might just beat to engage because Strider, you should know that there's no way that they have the EMP. That is interesting. Interesting indeed. I wonder what. Maybe they just nano Adbon. Adbon has been popping off on the leg, so maybe they just nano him and let him do his thing, or you save
Yeah.
the nano. What
Honestly, I
I
think
honestly what I would do is save the nano, just beat in, save the nano, and then nano visor the last fight because there's probably only
yeah,
2 fights left.
you've got a minute and 30 to go. Sombra swapped at 2 minutes. You can put good money on the fact that Sombra is not going to build EMP, so I'd be looking to see a beat engage here from Geode. As the cart comes out of the car wash, Eden on the high ground is going to look to be the touch here for Noot.
And now Flawless is on the ball, and Eden is on the monkey. Eden
Blocks the
touch
hack,
gets
the
nano.
nano from Daniel.
Oh, and how did Eden not die there? Okay, no, he did die. Oh, and that's all. They just don't touch.
What did Eden get killed by there? I saw him get the nano and then he was gone.
Damn it.
I don't really know. Now all of a sudden you're in a tough situation. You have to back up if you're Noot. Just let him take a little bit of space. Now Noot should be setting up on ship, but Flawless is
Flawless is
That's
certainly
what you
dead.
call a feed there. There's no reason to be there if you're Flawless.
But it looks like the rest of Noot was able to avoid the bad spawn, and they are going to be able to set up at the end of point B, unless they get dove.
Adbon now pop in the divisor. Let's see if he can get anything. Nope. Oh wait, he gets J-Venom. J-Venom got antied. And because of that, he was able to get picked. Eden gets hacked though, so no, they can't really pick on the Reaper because they can't pick the Winston. And now, oh, Recto gets picked. That was a really good anti from Daniel once again, because I mean, you don't kill that Moira if she's not antied. So
Yeah,
I mean, oh,
that just hurts so much. You gotta wonder what's going on with J-Venom there, stepping into the line of sight of the tac visor as Moira.
yeah. I mean, he would have been fine if he didn't get antied because he was at full HP, and then all of a sudden, boom, he died just like instantly.
Yeah,
And now, once again, we are on Gibraltar B, Gibraltar second, one of the hardest points to retake. But they do have the
it may
EMP
not
Death
be a
Blossom.
widow. It may not be a widow, but it's gonna be hard to get onto this Soldier 76.
Ooh, and that's a one-man EMP. And Recto pops his Death Blossom, gets all eaten up by Flawless.
Incredible
Really goes
defensive
in
play
with
from
the-
Noot here.
Yeah, I think Noot. I mean, that EMP was not that good. Don't know what he was looking at there, Strider. That was really bad value, and I think now Turb is on the Reaper. Turb almost has his Death Blossom. YOLO God pops the bomb, gets nothing, and neither does Flawless though. So sort of an even trade. But Adbon once again on the legs gets two. He went. Oh, yeah, I don't really know what to think.
Solo EMP goes on to Eden. He gets nano and beat committed on him, survives, then gets primaled and hacked, still doesn't die. Like, just amazing defensive play there from Noot. They even had the full DM onto the Death Blossom from Recto. And once all of those resources are burned, once again, Adbon presses Q and cleans up with the tac visor.
But you know, even though the EMP was wasted, he has another one. He built a really fast EMP.
Yep, and that's a silver lining for Easy Clap. They might be able to retake this and get themselves a chance on point C.
But I mean, the thing is, if Shredder just EMPs earlier, the Reaper goes in, but they head for B, but Turb still gets picked off, and that's a lot of your damage over on the side of Noot gone. But Recto also is gone, so now both Reapers are not in the fight, and I think that Noot have the advantage. Adbon is going to have this visor, maybe he pops it. No, he doesn't, they just clean up.
Once again, Noot just kites back through the EMP. It only hit 2 people, and they were able to survive it with even
Really, it
trade.
only hit 2? I didn't see that. Oh,
Yeah, it only hit Adbon and Term.
not the best EMP value so far this game. Even though picking off Term was good there. Ooh, Flawless. Wait.
2 support ults for Easy Clap, but 2 DPS ults for the side of Noot.
Flawless gets hacked as he's about to bomb. That could be huge. Recto has his Death Blossom and they don't have a demon mech to stop it. Turk pops his Death Blossom though. Turk gets 2. Recto can't even hit the Q button. Oh, he did it. He got picked off while doing it. And that's map. Noot win.
And that's the match.
What?
Noot 3-0 over Easy Clap. Clearly the better team in this match. Like, wow. I'm impressed.
No, I think this is going to be the play of the game. The last one. That huge Death Blossom there. From Turk, yeah, it is.
Got double Death Blossoms here.
steals the Mega and just hits the Q button.
Yeah, great stuff.
And
from
then
Noot.
emotes. Well, GG to Noot. Now 2-0 and haven't dropped a map this season. Maybe they go flawless. No pun intended. We'll see. Who do you want to interview for that?
I think this match was a tank carry, but I think we can't ignore interviewing Adbon for his legs play on Gibraltar.
That is true. I was thinking Adbon as well, either Adbon or Eden for me. So, oh, they're asking Adbon who gets interview, and he says Pog. So we will be dragging in Adbon here real soon. For the legs.
Hello.
Facts. Hello, Adbon. First off, congrats on your victory up against Easy Clap, a clean 3-0. What were your thoughts on the match overall?
We went into it just memeing. Like, from the very start of the first map, we were running what we called the Air Force comp with the Farah Echo. And we haven't really practiced much for like the last 5 days. We kind of just, like, the general consensus was, play meta, but like, fuck meta, who cares? And it sort of seemed like we had I guess, like, truce or whatever, Easy Clap not run meta, but they just decided to be cringe and ran meta anyway on Gibraltar, and it feels bad.
Yeah, I noticed the adaptations that you guys made in your comps throughout the game. The meta comps that Easy Clap was running just couldn't deal with them. Like the legs, the Farah Echo, all of that just triumphed over the whole Sombra Reaper thing that we've all come to see.
I mean, listen, dude, when you have 48% accuracy on Soldier, you're kind of popping.
That is true. You kind of popped on the legs. This is what we love to see. Very dominant performance on the legs. Probably the best that's going to be this season, unless you try to top yourself.
So question,
probably.
Adbon, do you
Yes,
have
sir.
anything you want to say to the teams you're going to face in the next week?
I feel like people. I don't think there's anything specifically need to say because we were supposed to be rated like perpetually third or fourth team, like best team out of like 6 or whatever. And at least in scrims, we kind of been rolling Chengdu, and Glock doesn't scrim. So our idea is just we'll beat Chengdu, and if we clean up our game, we'll beat Glock in meta one and like the meta game. But when it's more like just the general consensus of the team is we're out here to prove that we are like the best team in the league, and that you shouldn't like sleep on us. Yeah, I've seen the tier lists. People be ranking us lower than we should be, and it feels bad.
I mean, for sure. You guys have had a great start to the season, 6-0 in maps. I mean, do you think you could continue that flawless map win streak, or are you just looking to have the flawless win record?
I don't think we'll drop a map until we play Glock.
Ooh, the confidence you love to see. I mean, Chengdu did drop 2 maps to Easy Clap, and you guys kind of just beat him. So, I mean, if you do the math, like, the quick maths, you guys should have the edge over them. That should be an exciting match to see, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so one last question. What exactly was the rationale behind pulling out the legs on Gibraltar?
So we started off, we were gonna run the Washington Justice comp, but I didn't want to play Sombra because Sombra's resident sleeper right now. Like, I play her in shit ton in scrims, and I even play like matches. So I just didn't want to play Sombra, so I started on Genji. That wasn't working. I was like, screw it, I'll just go Soldier. And I just played it on defense as well. And like the rest of the team was like, dude, don't go Soldier. I was like, nah. And they just didn't do anything else, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Amazing. Sometimes that's just how it happens.
Well, I don't really have any more questions for you. Thank you for coming to the interview, and good luck with the rest of the season. It should be exciting.
Yeah, should be good.
All right, I think that's going to be it for the stream. Thank you, everyone who watched. Good performance by Noot. Maybe, hopefully next week they beat Chengdu and maybe continue the streak. I am a Noot fan. They ran some fun comps, so you love to see it.
Absolutely. We just meme on them. It's funny.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, do you have any closing thoughts on Adbon? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say?
Not really. Just I don't really. I don't have anything. It's just we won, easy boys. Let's go, Pog.
Well, I think that's it. Pandy, any update? I don't really know. All right. Well, League Zero. We'll see you tomorrow for the advanced games. I don't know if this channel is going to be streaming which one, but sorry, what? Oh yeah, this channel and the second channel will be streaming tomorrow, I guess, for the advanced games. So tune in for that. That should be exciting, and yeah, hopefully this season is good. It's been fun so far. So
Yeah. Thanks for a good match for my League Zero debut. It was fun.
all right, peace. I guess I don't know.